NPP's Constitution Review Committee will now work on 53 proposals out of 91 for adoption at the party's next Congress. The proposal to have Nasara representation at the polling station level has been expunged, while that of the duration for the election of presidential candidates has been put aside for broader consultation. A member of the NPP Constitution Review Committee, Joseph Dindio Pemka, has been speaking to my colleague William Evans Inkum.
The committee actually recommended 53 of the 91 motions, right? So it is based on this that conference has mandated us to go back and fine-tune it and submit same to National Executive and for approval by National Council, so that the next conference will adopt whatever we would have come out with. You know, because otherwise we couldn't have moved 91 motions. It would have taken a day or two to be able to do that. So it is for the sake of the convenience of the party, time, to save time, and also to make sure that at the end of the day the party becomes the winner. So we go and do the technical work and let the National Executive Committee and National Council approve of it, and it becomes integrated into the party's constitution.
Well, let's settle on the 53 motions as you rightly mentioned. Now, we know that there has been some proposal that, for instance, the duration for which a flag bearer is elected should be extended from 11 months to 24 months. Was that particular motion considered?
Well, very well. It was one of the hottest ones that we looked at, because we had two proposals, one for 18 months and one for 24. And they all gave their policy rationale to justify why we ought to go for 18 or 24. And basically, what they sought to do was that it was meant to ensure that when we have the Congress to elect the flag bearer, the fallouts, we use the first 6 months or 1 year to resolve the differences and have a clear year to what? Go ahead and do the real politics itself. So that was the basis. But I can tell you that it was one of the ones that we considered. You know, it was one ones that we considered.
One of the 53.
The 53, but in the end, National Executive Committee did not agree with that bit of it at that particular stage.
So it is hanging.
It is still hanging. And when we go back and we make our fine-tuning, National Executive Committee and National Council will have a final say on that issue.
Well, in as much as it is hanging, we still want to know, is it the 18-month that is hanging or the 24-month that is hanging?
Quite frankly, no decision has been taken on both 18 and 24 months. So the status quo remains until otherwise directed. And remember that this motion that we moved today was for National Executive Committee to empower us to go back, and National Conference to empower us to go back to see whatever we have and submit it to National Executive Committee and National Council. That's the power given to us. We are going to do that and report back to conference next year so that they will adopt whatever we have come out with and it become part of the Constitution.
Well, we are still dealing with the 53, of course. I'm sure one other proposal that has also generated some level of discussion has to do with the Nasara. Expanding Nasara at the polling station level.
The straight answer to that. Yeah. The committee rejected expanding Nasara to every polling station. Okay. We rejected it outright. All that we have done is change of nomenclature. Okay. We are saying that Nasara coordinators should become Nasara organizers in the various constituencies, so that we make it in tandem with the party's avowed aim of ensuring that we have organizers for various facets. So yes, we have accepted that proposal that we will have Nasara organizers in the various constituencies and the region, but not polling stations.
My final question has to do with the former MPs who are also saying they want to be part of the Electoral College.
In fact, it was recommended. Okay. We recommended that they will become part of the Electoral College at the constituency level and take part in constituency delegates conferences and then have full rights to vote.